Hello and welcome to another episode of ChaosMole, your daily gaming news here on my channel. My name is ChaosMole, and today we are talking about Dragon Age 4, how the development is going, and when maybe the release is happening. So this is coming from Jeff Grubb, who has been known for doing a lot of online articles, interviews, and he has a lot of inside information. He has also reported on multiple internal issues at the studios over time. Like, he is very, very credible when it comes to those things. And he said in his recent Grubsnax podcast that Dragon Age 4 is actually in a very good shape. And let me read what he is saying. And this is per Idlesloth on Twitter. Jeff Grubb said on the latest episode of Grubsnax, Dragon Age 4 is in a very good shape. They're hitting their milestones. The game is on schedule, which is about 18 months out from today. He expected to release maybe late 2023 at the earliest. And this is the Grubsnax podcast. Unfortunately, it is behind a paywall, so you cannot just listen to it. But this is fantastic news. Because, let's be real here, BioWare had some tough years in the last few years. Like, we had Anthem, we had Andromeda, right? And even before that, you could argue that not everything was always going too well for BioWare. And just to hear that the game is in a very good shape and they're actually hitting their milestones is so important and fantastic. Like, especially Anthem. When you go back to what happened to Anthem and you read through it, you realize very quickly it was the complete opposite. The game was in a shitty state. They were not hitting their milestones. They didn't even know what this game was actually really about, besides of flying around like Iron Man, right? Like, if you were reading through the reports and like what the developers had to say about the game and where it was standing, it was a tough read. Now you're reading the complete opposite with Dragon Age 4, right? That they are saying it's in a very good shape, it moves forward, they're hitting their milestones, which, by the way, doesn't happen too often sometimes in the gaming industry. Like, there are a lot of big titles who don't hit their milestones, and that means they're getting pushed back for another month, for another month, for another month. And then you're wondering sometimes why your game is coming out 2 years after it was announced, because they had issues with hitting their milestones, right? And that they're hitting them means that the internal plans they have to develop this game seems to work out, which is fantastic. That the game is also on schedule and is coming out in about 18 months, so late 2023 makes sense. Like, we haven't really seen or heard anything about Dragon Age. Yeah, we had some teasers here and there, we had some artworks, which one of those you can, by the way, see here down on the bottom. But gameplay-wise, we haven't seen anything. Right, we don't know what to expect from the game, and that makes sense. Like, I'm, by the way, a fan of announce a game like half a year before it releases, but then release it. Like, I'm not a fan of those games which are getting announced 3 years before the actual release, and you're wondering about, like, how will it go, how will it play, and you just have to wait. I don't like that. I don't like that. I know it's good for the hype. But personally, announce it half a year before it comes out, and then release it in a good state. And then I'm good with that, right? But with that said, folks, that's for me and for the news. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this news and my commentary, I would appreciate if you leave a like. If you're new to the channel, you want to see daily gaming news, reaction videos, tips and tricks for new games, then I would also appreciate if you subscribe to the channel. Even though with the daily gaming news, it was a little bit slow in the last 2 weeks, because also we had like a lot of Lost Ark coming up, which was personally important for me. So yeah, I know it's not always daily gaming news, but I try to deliver as much as possible on that. And that would change again when Lost Ark is slowly dying down, right? And then we will focus more on the gaming news again. But also, If you want to ever catch me live, you can do so from Monday to Friday, starting at 9 a.m. ET, which is 2 p.m. UK time and 3 p.m. Central European time at trovo.live/ChaosMole. And we're also talking about gaming news in the morning. And then we are playing all the new video games: Lost Ark, Dying Light 2, Total Warhammer 3, Shadow Warrior 3 is coming up, and Elden Ring. Oh god, I need more time in my life. This is unbearable. But yeah, if you ever want to catch us, you're more than welcome to do so, and you will find the links in the video description. With that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you next time. Stay safe. Bye bye.